What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy, the 10 Last One, and reluctantly with the producer. So I saw Iron Claw yesterday, and I came for a second day to bring Kira because I wanted to get her reaction out of the theater. As you can see behind us, different movies showing. So let me give you my synopsis real quick. Sad. Definitely some father-son issues, family issues. Mom, very devout Christian, stayed out of the business. She let the dad handle everything. Might have been a mistake. Shout out to Chavo Guerrero for good choreography of wrestling. MJF, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, AEW World Champion. His role was very small. Zac Efron, incredible. What's his name? Jeremy Allen White. He played Kerry great, but it still throws me off that Jeremy Allen White was so short in stature compared to how big Kerry Von Erich was. I'm a wrestling fan. I met Kerry Von Erich. I've seen Kerry Von Erich wrestle at the Garden. To me, it wasn't believable. David Von Erich, spot on if you ask me. They didn't talk about Chris, who was a brother. They wrote him out the movie entirely, which is weird because I don't know how you don't put another brother that committed suicide. These brothers were tormented. I don't know if it was their dad was so tough on them, or whatever, but they had some demons. Kira, you're not a big you need to know the Von Erichs were really, right? All right. So what do you think?
I don't know if I should put my head down because of the mic, but it was a very. I cried a total of like. Regular. I cried a total of like 6-7 times. It was so sad. I cried after every brother died.
Which was the saddest death to you, or the most shocking death? Because you know who died and how, right?
No. I don't know. I'd probably say Mike. Mike, he was the black sheep. He was the odd one out.
That was the one that played the instruments.
Yeah.
He didn't want to wrestle really.
Yeah.
So spoiler alert, so he got a shoulder injury, a very minor shoulder injury that needed surgery, and he got toxic shock from it. He was in a coma for like 10 days, came out of it, and after that was depressed and just never bounced back, was depressed about his other brother dying, and it seemed like when one brother died, a piece of the other brother was taken away. Kevin Von Erich, the last surviving brother, had to make tough decisions. Let me ask you this, because I'm your dad. How was that Fritz Von Erich as a father? Portrayed in the movie, because we don't know how he was in real life, but in the movie, how was he portrayed?
It made me so angry. Everything he did, it felt like they made him, he only cared about wrestling and what was good for the business. Like,
that world title, he wanted that world title so bad.
It was very infuriating. It made me so mad, the decisions he made or didn't make. It was.
He was obsessed with bringing the NWA world title home to his house because he never got it.
But that didn't even change anything because Kerry brought it home.
He did. He also was WWF IC champion, which is the second highest title you can get in wrestling. And it seemed like, when you're going to get the world title. It was always, anything they did, it was not good enough. It was what was next. Mm-hmm. As a whole little movie, what do you think of it as a movie? Was it a well put together movie?
Great movie.
Great movie. Good story.
Great visuals. Great story. It's a true story. I don't know the true story, but
the deaths are accurate.
Yeah.
David going to Japan was tragic because no one knew he was sick. He kept it to himself. Pat Tanaka went to Japan when he told a story how he found him in the hotel room and it was just a mess. He had a ruptured intestine. Apparently happened in a match somewhere down the road and he never got it treated. So, sad. And he was the most talented wrestler out of all the brothers. Kerry had the look. Kevin had the work ethic. How about Zac Efron and his transformation?
Insane.
The
first shot, I was like, oh, that is not, what's his name? That is not Troy Bolton.
That's not Troy Bolton from High School Musical. He looked like he could get in the ring and wrestle today, right?
Well, Chavo said that that's not what he trained him for, but he said he could probably do it. All three of them, actually.
Well, you know, to me, the guy that was doing the wrestling in the movie was the one that played David. But Zac Efron had like some nice high cross bodies off the top rope. I mean, you gotta realize the late 70s and early 80s to 90s wrestling is different than it is now. So it was a lot of spots where you're doing duck the clothesline, elbow, leapfrog drop. You're just doing body slams, clotheslines, you know. So, but anyway,
Go check out the movie.
Go check out the movie. The Iron Claw, the Von Erich story. Let me say this about Fritz Von Erich. I know I'm not the best dad in the world, but he made me like father of the year. If Fritz Von Erich was that tough on his kids, wow, he really drove them insane. And the mom, what Nora Tierney played the mom. She's from ER. She's doing a lot of stuff. What about her? She just was like non-existent. Just. Yeah, exactly. Like the mom's got to step in sometimes too.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
It was hard to watch. Kira wants to see this movie back here, Willy Wonka, but it's behind us right now. Right?
Anyway, yes, but anyway.
Oh, okay. Iron Claw review, so what do you give it out of 10 out of 10?
9 out of 10.
A 9?
9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10 Analyzing 10?
Yes.
My God. You know what?
Great movie.
I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 too, just based on the fact that Zac Efron was great. Does Zac Efron deserve an Oscar nomination? Yes. He was that good.
I believe so.
He was that good. All right, guys, we're going to do a full spoiler review from the house, from the studio, with some actual clips. Thanks for watching. Kira gives it a 9 out of 10 lives in 10. I give it 9 out of 10 lives in 10. The Iron Claw, we highly recommend it. And thanks for watching. As always, do we do best, and that's what, Kira?
Stay tantalizing.
What she said.